By the time you read this, we will hopefully both be dead. The first thing we'd like to say is that we're very sorry, but we don't see any other option. We don't feel that what we're about to do is cowardly or weak. Our desire to always be together supersedes all qualms we may have. We are writing this because we wish to document why we can't take this isolation anymore. Since Mandy's younger brother was imprisoned a year ago, we've had to become near recluses. At first, the only pain we lived through was the pain of the trial and the media coverage of it. But it hadn't yet become apparent that we had also been found guilty by association, even though we had no idea that her brother was carrying out the acts he was found guilty of. After the conviction, Mandy and I attempted to resume our normal lives.
Mandy, happy anniversary, bud. We've just seen your life.
Can I get one?
Excuse me, I think this is yours.
Oh, hey, that's more like it. Luckily, we could both still work from home, and there was no let-up in our workload. This lasted for 2 weeks. My clients left one by one, explaining politely that they'd found a cheaper company or that they'd decided to switch to in-house or other platitudes. Mandy's customers all left too, using slightly adapted statements to those used on me. For the last year we've been living on our savings, and now we can't even find the money to pay the bills. They've been piling up by the door. Friends didn't answer our phone messages anymore. Our emails also went unanswered, and we soon realized we were alone.
Tina Chen, Joseon Express. How do you feel about the court ruling? Do you think the family were involved?
Well, they must have known on some level. She was my best friend and she lied to me.
Back to the studio.
Even when we ventured into town, complete strangers would shy away from us, crossing the street while glaring at us, slamming change onto the counter after serving us, barring us from restaurants and bars we frequented for years. Recently, we've been subjected to much more physical forms of abuse. We have had to live with broken windows, rubbish dumped in our garden, human feces on our doorstep, and threats spray painted on our house. Last weekend we were woken by the sound of our dog squealing in obvious pain. We found him lying on his belly, his legs splayed and broken in many places. I buried him in the garden. We have more recently been receiving threats on our own lives. Today we decided this would be our last. Earlier we had lunch, spaghetti carbonara, as I'm sure the autopsy will show. We watched our favourite movie together and cuddled on the sofa. We would like to say a heartfelt sorry to all the families who've been caused grief by the actions of Mandy's brother. We hope that one day they and the world will come to forgive him, but we know they will never truly forget. From this day on, myself and Mandy know that we will always be together, far away from all this pain, hand in hand, forever. It is the 16th of October. I write this as I feel that it may be a while before we're discovered. Together, Callum and Mandy.
We just can't take anymore. It's not the way we always said it was going to be. There's no hope for tomorrow. Why did it all go so wrong? I've tried so many times but can't understand. There's so much pain and too much sorrow. I don't know what they were thinking of, but now we know just what to do. I'm so confused what we're choosing from. I know you feel the same way too. Drifting with the current on the ocean, running with the tide. Thunder rumbling overhead, lightning burning paths across the sky. Stare across the water and we don't know what lies on the other side.